Welcome back to Blockchain Pill. My name is Alex and welcome back to another episode. I can almost read your thoughts and the question in your mind like, Alex, how are you doing daily episodes now? It used to be one a week, now it's almost daily. The answer is pretty simple. I'm just having a lot of caffeine and I'm generally feeling very energetic, especially when people are feeling bearish, and on the timeline we can see that people are crying like, oh my god, I'm starting to lose my conviction. I feel like I need to sell my ICP. And that is exactly the trap that you want to avoid. If you're now considering selling your ICP to buy stuff that has been pumping for the past couple of years, you are not going to make it. This is 100% not the play. So if you're selling ICP now close to the bottom, just under $5 to buy tokens like Sol or Sui or Ethereum that are basically at all-time highs, I think you're not going to make it. And do not fall in this trap. Do not sell the bottom. But still, I can say this a million times and people are still going to do the same mistake. But listen, you cannot save all the bags, and that's why 99% of people lose money in crypto. The number one reason why people are feeling bearish right now at the bottom is because they did a fatal mistake, which is outsourcing their conviction to somebody else. So if you bought ICP because Jerry Banfield told you to buy ICP, or even Dominic or Jan Kamenich or myself or Fabio or whoever else, if you outsourced your conviction to somebody else, that is not your own true conviction. ICP currently, on this beautiful day of September, is sitting just under $5, $4.67. It is at the bottom. It hasn't broken below this level, which I think is super bullish. So in this video, I'm going to tell you why you should be extremely bullish on ICP, because in 5 weeks, Caffeine AI, which is one of the biggest innovations in crypto's history, is going to be released to the public, and you and your friends and your girlfriends and your wife and your wife's boyfriends are going to be able to build their own apps and deploy them on the ICP blockchain. For the few people who are not inside ICP and are viewing this video for the first time, let me give you like a TLDR of what Caffeine AI is and what ICP is and why it's such a big deal. Internet Computer Protocol is a blockchain built by the Definity Foundation, aiming to allow full-stack applications, storage, and computation to run on-chain. Many people agree that Bitcoin was the first innovation back in 2009, 2010 when it was launched, then followed by Ethereum in 2015, which introduced the concept of smart contracts, and that kickstarted, DeFi and all the cool protocols that we now have in crypto. And the third big innovation launched in 2021, it was ICP, and they introduced canister smart contracts, which are basically smart contracts on steroids. They can do stuff that regular Ethereum smart contracts cannot even dream about. They can sign transactions on various blockchains. We now have chain fusion technology, which links the entire blockchain space all together, and many other things. Now the talk of the town is Caffeine AI, and Caffeine AI is a platform built on ICP that lets people build, deploy, and update apps via natural language interaction and without needing to write traditional code. Definity refers to this vision as the self-writing internet. It's designed to be usable by non-technical people, but also useful for developers. It supports both creating new apps and evolving them, like adding features and whatnot, through just conversation. There are a bunch of other AI assisting tools where they help you with code, but here for the first time ever, regular people like you and me can build, deploy, and upgrade their very own apps. So why is this a big thing? First of all, because Caffeine allows people to build apps using natural language. It lowers the barrier to software creation, and people who aren't coders or aren't full-time developers can more easily turn ideas into functioning apps. And that potentially opens up a much larger base of creators. And if you think about it, why has this bull run been about meme coins? And the answer is very simple. We used to have meme coins in the previous bull run in 2021. The problem is that only developers were able to launch those meme coins, because you would have to write a contract or fork a contract and then deploy it and then, add liquidity, do all kind of stuff. You had to do so many things that regular people just couldn't do it. And this bull run has this far been a meme coin bull run because of Pump Fun. What Pump Fun did is it allowed everybody to be able to launch their very own meme coins using just a name, a ticker, and a profile picture. And Caffeine AI is gonna do the same thing, but for apps. This is truly one of the biggest innovations in crypto history, and I think in history in general. The second thing why Caffeine AI is mega bullish is that we have fully decentralized and on-chain deployment. Unlike many AI tools or platforms that rely heavily on centralized cloud providers like Amazon Web Services or Azure, ICP plus Caffeine aim to run apps, store data, host APIs, and even AI models on-chain or in ICP's decentralized infrastructure. And this can provide greater privacy, reduced dependency on centralized infrastructure, censorship resistance. Apps or data are more tamper resistant and more sovereignty. Users or organizations have more control over their data, behavior, and deployment. You don't own anything that is sitting on the big cloud. Your Twitter account can be closed at any time. Your website can be taken down just like that. If you say the wrong words or, if you don't comply to the right people, you don't own anything unless it's on the blockchain. Nobody can touch your crypto assets as long as they're in your wallet. As soon as you get them on a centralized exchange owned by somebody, they can be locked, they can be frozen, and they can be stolen from you. So this solves a big problem that a lot of people are not paying attention to. Caffeine introduces a new paradigm called the self-writing internet. Dfinity positions Caffeine AI not just as vibe coding, which is AI helping devs write code, but as a deeper model in which apps can evolve via conversation, where app logic and data and UI can be iterated in a more fluid way. This can change what building software feels like. And if you watched yesterday's episode, I did a podcast with a guy called Dexter who's producing content about Caffeine AI, and he showcased one of the app that he built with just a few prompts, and it's a fully functioning chess website. And just for the demo purposes, I will show you just with one prompt how Caffeine AI can build a fully functioning chess website. So let's give it a go. Build me a chess website, add login with internet identity, add an ELO score and a matchmaking system where people can play 1v1 matches. And I just click enter. This is the prompt. This is natural language at work. And while that is coding in the background, we're gonna have a look at some bullish posts on X. Dominic Williams, the founder at Dfinity, made this post: ICP as an operating system for AI that builds, plus Motoko plus Caffeine equals the first self-writing tech stack. AI builds truly sophisticated apps and services. AI errors can't cause data loss, only coding retries. AI errors don't enable cyber attacks because code is tamper-proof, and we get a 1000x speed and a 1000 reduction in costs. Do you even know how many developers chess.com, for example, has? I would guess it's in the tens of developers that they have. And I'm gonna show you at the end of this video how Caffeine AI is gonna deploy a fully functioning chess website just by me adding a prompt, and then you can, ask it to change this and that and everything else with one person, and I'm not even a developer. This is just the power of Caffeine AI. So we are approaching Web3's first breakout mass market use case that doesn't depend on speculation. Build because you actually want to. Strangely, we're hitting max FUD for ICP at the same time. If you know this industry, you'll know that might not be a coincidence. Hang in there. So for all the people who are feeling bearish on ICP, the man himself tells you to hang in there. And you're still feeling bearish right now. You're like, I'm starting to lose my conviction in ICP. I'm scared, Dominic. What can we do, Dom? Man up, because better times are coming, both for ICP and for the entire crypto space in general. The second bullish post, and this comes from one of my favorite people at Dfinity. This is a post from Jan Kamenisch, the Chief Technological Officer at Dfinity. Somebody asks, what is the must-have AI coin if the goal is to 10x my portfolio? And Jan Kamenisch, bull posting ICP here in the comments, doing like the trench work. ICP is the only chain that can run AI models on-chain, and it also has Caffeine AI. So if your CTO doesn't bull post your token, then I don't like him. Congrats, Jan. I really love it when I see people from Dfinity, bull posting. And now let's go back to our chess app, which, by the way, has been built. It's been like just a couple of minutes. So let's see the Chess Master app, log in and play. I'm gonna log in with my internet identity 2.0. There we go. Enter your username, create profile, and I have my ELO. They call me a beginner, and I'm ready to play. And let's see if we can play somebody. Now the problem is I need an opponent. So I'm gonna tell it to make an option to play versus AI with different difficulties. Example, beginner, intermediate, and pro. Let's check it out. Now the new version is deployed. Let's play against AI, and let's do beginner. And there we go. The next thing I would tell it is to change the pieces a little bit because it's pretty difficult to actually see them. And there we go. A functioning chess app with just 2 prompts. I created it now. Yeah, obviously I need to refine it, make the pieces look a little bit better, and change some stuff here and there. But what matters is that I built a chess app with 2 prompts. Imagine how this is gonna look with like 10 prompts or 20 prompts or 50 prompts. I can make it better and better and better and add a lot of stats, similar to what Dexter did to his app that he showcased in yesterday's video. So I think with that, you're done. If you're feeling bearish right now, my recommendation is to stop feeling bearish, because we are in for a few bullish months until the end of this bull run. Don't be bearish on ICP at what I think is the bottom. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like it and share it with a friend, and I will see you in the next video.